thinking the stream will sound okay.
The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, can be heard every Sunday at 9 p.m. right here on The Answer San Diego. Life is full of circles, cycles, phases, and stages. It's your choice to ignore or embrace them. Motivational speaker, author, military veteran, and founder of the J.C. Cooley Foundation, James Cooley, and his guest will inspire and equip you to strive for your own greatness and overcome adversities. Listen to The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, every Sunday at 9 p.m. right here on The Answer.
Hello, welcome to the James Cooley Show. It's your life. We got an absolutely fantastic show coming your way. I am going to step aside and let Kevin go ahead and bring all together. And then we're gonna bring this absolutely fantastic guest. I'll tell you what, just take by, and then we're gonna have a great show. Kevin, let's put them all together.
Let's do it.
It's Your Life is sponsored by James J.C. Cooley.
That's right. James J.C. Cooley.
Hello. Welcome to It's Your Life with Dr. James J.C. Cooley. And I tell you what, we having an absolutely fantastic show. Michelle, you might want to tell Dr. Mike to log off and come back in. If possible, he can't hear us right now, so you might want to text that to him. But we got an absolutely fantastic show coming your way. And I can't even put in words what this great guest is. I mean, what he means to us. And wow, I guess Doc, he can hear us now. Doc, if you can hear, raise your hand, Doc. Raise your hand. Oh yeah, we got him back. We got an absolutely fantastic show just Christmas Eve.
Yes.
And this mentor of ours that's doing so many great things. And I tell you, I'm excited, so excited to have him on the show to talk about some of the things that he's doing. He just came back from a conference where I think he had 10, 15,000 doctors where he was educating them. So it's an honor and a privilege to have a doctor on our show, which every Tuesday now is 360-degree health, but he is the guest today. So, Michelle, I'm excited about this guest, and I tell you what, whichever platform that you are watching us on or listening to us on, and we just add another platform. We just add the Dallas area, K-Sky, AM 660, the answer. So we are expanding. And I tell you, Michelle, can you please introduce the title of the show, the purpose of the show, and introduce this great doctor?
Oh, most definitely. So the title of today's show is an acronym, B.R.A.V.E., which stands for BRAVE. And Dr. Michael Mantell is going to discuss what these acronyms, these letters mean in the word BRAVE. So, nearly 50 years, Dr. Mantell has been helping people of all ages and backgrounds disturb themselves less and create lasting positive change with his compassion-based, rational, emotive behavior coaching methods. And Dr. Michael Mantell, if you guys don't know, he's a cognitive behavioral coach, keynote speaker, guest lecturer, and an author. He's a member of the Science Advisory Council of the International Council on Active Aging, a longtime member of SAG-AFTRA since 1981, through which he has brought psychology to the public for decades in broadcast and print media, including Good Morning America, Oprah, Larry King, Men's Health, and many, many more. He is also an author and he has written to date nearly 80 columns for Ariana Huffington's Thrive Global on emotional education through COVID-19. He's written 4 books, including his first, Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. P.S. It's all small stuff. Ticking bombs, diffusing violence in the workplace, and so many more. Please welcome, as a guest on the show today, Dr. Michael Mantell.
How you doing, Doc?
Doing great. And we had some echoes going on as we were getting ready to come on. And we come on and the echoes disappeared. That is what this show is all about. So I think it's magnificent the way that just came to us.
I don't know. Michelle says she still thinks she got an echo coming from me.
No, you don't, there's no echo coming from you.
No, it's good. It's good. We could use an echo coming from you, though.
Yeah, it's an absolute. Well, me and you do a show. Been doing it for 2 years. 360-degree health, and it's always an honor having you on the other side at least one time, where I get a chance to interview you.
Right, I'm the guest today. I'm not the interviewer, the co-host with you and Michelle. But yeah, it's going to be a good show.
So I want to start out with this. I mean, people that have been watching the show, they know who you are, and can you give them a quick synopsis? I think Michelle did pretty good with the intro. But can you give them a quick synopsis and tell them a little bit about the lectures and the stuff that you just gave to probably doctors all over the world? So can you explain that to them a little bit?
Sure. It's hard to believe that my doctorate, my PhD, goes back to 1976 when I earned that from the University of Pennsylvania. And before that, I attended Hahnemann Medical School, where I earned my master's degree in clinical psychology. And it's been a long, wonderful career since then. Most recently, the last couple of weeks, the medical conference that you're referring to, each year for the last 6 years, I've been an invited speaker to the American Society of Hematology. And each year I give 6 or 8 talks related to physician burnout, which is a very important and very contemporary topic today. And this year, I used the acronym BRAVE, B.R.A.V.E., to help introduce some key thoughts on helping physicians in particular, but this applies to all of us, live with less miserabilizing, making themselves less miserable. And I want to share that B.R.A.V.E tool with our listeners, especially as they're going into the holiday season, a time when we create all kinds of stress. And I'll show you how you don't have to do that.
And that's what it's all about, Doc. I mean, you mentioned going to the holiday season, and many families this year do not have a whole lot of money to go out and do things, and stressed out. They got kids, they got families, so how do we help them understand that with the acronym B.R.A.V.E, that this is only a short-term thing right now if you get the right mindset and you focus on, well, I'm in this situation right now, but it's temporary, and I do have an opportunity to think about things, have a different mindset, and move forward. What would you tell families out there like that?
I would tell them to listen to what you just said, because you just summarized it very well. I think the first principle is to be able to accept uncertainty. I don't like uncertainty, but I can handle it. It's not awful or catastrophic. It's just inconvenient or challenging. I can learn from this. When we go into the holiday season, or we're waiting to hear test results, or we're waiting to hear whether we got a job, we start thinking in terms of, I shouldn't have to wait so long. This is terrible. I can't bear this. And that's what gets us very wound up. So the first thing we need to do is learn how to be comfortable, tolerate uncertainty. We have to challenge our own irrational thinking that I must know now. No, you're not going to know now, because you're not in control of everything going on now. So the first key is learning how to deal with this concept of uncertainty. That is where the first B comes into. I use the idea of believing beyond burnout, but I also will add it means breathing and believing. So let me explain what I mean. A very cool tool is, follow me, do this right now. Breathe in to the count of 4. Hold it to the count of 4. And then exhale to the count of 4. And when you exhale through your mouth through the count of 4, you feel your body come down and relax. And you do that 2 or 3 times, and you begin to become very appreciative of your own body and where that came from. And that gives us an opportunity to believe beyond. You talk about this all the time, JC, the importance of believing and having faith that things are going to work. I have another acronym, EWOP, EWOP. Everything works out perfectly, but you have to believe it. Now, how do I believe it? I'll tell you real quickly. You and I are thousands of miles away. We have viewers.
Hey, Doc, hold that thought. Hold that thought, because I don't want the audience to lose this. We're going to take a station break, and I tell you what, when we come back, we're going to pick it up with this absolutely great guest. And Kevin, the echo is coming from KCBQ, by the way. But we're going to pick it up. We're going to come back. We're going to talk a lot more. So yes, your life. We'll see you shortly after the break.
Let's go. It's the James Cooley Show. It's your life. Dr. James JC Cooley. All right.
Really get a chance to know who you are. And once you know who you are, you truly know who you are, love who you are. Love who you are. You're a masterpiece. Love who you are. Love who you were born to be. Love me some me. That's what I'm talking about. When you leave high school, you gotta know today or tomorrow, hopefully today, what your plans are. Hopefully, there is no bad decision unless there is no plan. Create, collaborate, commit with confidence. Commit with what? Commit with what? And everything that you do.
I've seen a smile convey I love you. I'm proud of who you are. And one that keeps us close when we're apart. Walking from the darkness of all that we've been through. It seems that there might be a way to leave behind the loneliness we've known and live again life of
Welcome back to the James Cooley Show. Hello, welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's your life, and I tell you that wow, we're having such a great time. With Dr. It's an honor, and pleasure to work with this man, and knowledge and understanding and vision that he's been providing to many patients over the years, and continue to do that. And what we're talking about today, we're talking about B.R.A.V.E. He just lectured at a conference with at least 15,000 doctors around the world, and we want to hear what he talked to them about that's going to help enlighten our lives. So whichever platform that you're watching us on, was it E36 Television, Transfer TV, YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, Rumble, Twitter, and over 6 live platforms, welcome to the show. And also, if you listen to us on the radio, all you do with it, even if you do this and you want to call in and ask a question, a couple of ways you can do that. You can go to the comments, the platform you're watching us on, pick up the phone, dial 1-888-344-1170. Again, that's 1-888-344-1170. Doc, I want to get back to B.R.A.V.E. I know you was explaining B.R.A.V.E. and then acceptance and all of this. Can we pick it up from that?
Sure. First of all, there were 33,000 hematologists at the conference, not 10 or 15,000. It was a big conference.
Hey, Doc, I was just I didn't want to be super wrong with the numbers.
Let me go. All right. So listen, here's the thing is this. I think the key under the B is belief. Now, I start to say you and I are thousands of miles away. Our guests, our listeners, our audience, viewers are all over the world, literally, and yet we're connected. Do you see the Wi-Fi beams? I don't, but I don't have to see them because I believe they are there. That's belief. When you believe it, it can happen. For physicians who are burning out, or for those of us who are stressing out right now, if we believe, oh my God, I must be perfect. The Christmas decorations, the Hanukkah decorations, the gifts must be perfect. We're in trouble. Let's believe it'll be okay. And let's understand with the Hanukkah menorah, if the candles are straight or crooked, we can still have a good time. It doesn't have to be perfect. So that's the B. Number one, let's get rid of this perfectionism. Let's stop believing that things must be perfect. Progress over perfection. 2, let's get rid of this, oh my goodness, it's horrible, terrible, awful, it's catastrophic. Let's get rid of catastrophic thinking. If we break free from the musts and the shoulds about our responsibilities and what we have to do, we'll live a lot better, and I suspect a lot healthier. We need, as I said earlier, let's build tolerance for uncertainty. And finally, under the same B of believing, let's believe in our own ability to be self-compassionate. Let's believe in having emotional balance. When we do these 5 things, the B, the belief, believing beyond what's going on right now, it can be better, certainly does better for us.
Well, Dr. Mantell, before we get to the R in the acronym of BRAVE, I just want to make a comment, just hear what your thoughts are. So, must, should, it's putting undue pressure on people. Do you believe that the thought of I must or I should be perfect, sometimes it can be based on people thinking how other people see them if they're not perfect? What are your thoughts on that?
Absolutely. We tell ourselves that you, Michelle, think I should be perfect, and therefore I give you this power to define me. No offense, my dear, you don't define me, and I don't define you. We define each other. And if we have faith, we understand that the one above ultimately defines us. So, yeah, this idea that life must be a certain way, there should be no traffic, I shouldn't have to wait in long lines at the airport, the patient should get better with just what? This is nonsense. That's not the way life works. And then we make ourselves really miserable when it doesn't happen the way we demand it to work.
Yes, people need to deal with reality and they're not in control of everything. Now let's talk about R in BRAVE. Tell the audience what this means and what it encompasses.
R stands for reframing the grind. What does that mean? Think about this. How many of our listeners and viewers right now feel like life is a grind over this holiday? We have Christmas, we have Hanukkah, we have Kwanzaa, we have New Year's. Yikes, it's got to be perfect. Those endless tasks and pressures that leave us drained and resentful. But it's not, this is critical. Events, the expectations do not create stress. Not at all. Traffic, the long list of gifts I have to wrap, the patient load, the hospital needing me to do this, all of the electronic health records that I stay up till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning writing, that does not cause my stress. If it did, 100% of people would feel stress, and they don't. So what causes stress? The link is what you think, the title of my last book, the way we think. And we have to reframe our grind. We have to think about things in a very different way. So, number one, you mentioned earlier, let's get rid of this notion that I must succeed, that I have to turn my musts into preferences. That's the tool. Do I demand it be a certain way, or would I prefer it to be this way? Gee, I wish it would be easier, but it's not. So who says I can't tolerate it? Why does it work? Because it reduces the pressure of absolutes and opens space for more flexible thinking. In fact, if you want to reframe your grind, a simple way to do that, get rid of the demand, the must, the should, the ought to, replace it with a preference, replace rigid thinking with flexible thinking. That's the key.
Wow. I love that. Especially, it kind of goes to the point where people might think they control everything, and you don't. The only thing you can control is your behavior and how you view things. So let's talk about the A in B.R.A.V.E. Or you want to add some more to the
R? About the R, reframing the grind that we live in. So this grind is unbearable. This holiday season is I can't tolerate it. I can't stand it. That's the big one. I can't stand this. I hate it. No, it's tough, but you can tolerate it. Hard work doesn't last forever, as James said earlier. Let's add the yet. I can't get to it yet. That's flexible. I just want to really plant firmly in your mind the idea of the importance of flexible, non-rigid thinking. When you hear yourself get rigid and inflexible, you're like plastic. When you bend plastic, what happens to it, Michelle? It cracks.
Yes.
But if we're like cotton and we get wrinkled up, you smooth it out. It's okay. It's fine. You can put an iron to it. So we want to be flexible in our thinking. That's how we reframe the grind. Now, the A. We're going to get through it so fast. The A. The A is the appreciation prescription. The key to living healthier is gratitude. Gratitude. I'm grateful, for example, for a station break. And when I see James pop in, I think he's going to tell me, hold that thought. We got to know. We got to take
we still got about three minutes right here.
Okay.
No, 2 minutes is what Kevin just told me.
Well, a rational path to happiness is appreciation. In other words, how often do you focus on what's wrong as opposed to focusing on what you can be grateful for? So the echo that we had earlier, that was a pain in the neck. And here we are now again, as soon as he pops back in. But let's appreciate the fact, James and Michelle, that the three of us have been doing this for 2 years. We're here together. We're doing it again. And please God, we'll continue doing this. That's what I want to talk about. I want to expand that after we get into this.
Well, hold that thought. Well, we're going to take a station break, and hopefully we get this echo taken care of, because every time I bring KCBQ on, it's an echo. And we're going to fix that one. But I tell you what, regardless of which one that you are watching on, I tell you what, you pick up the phone down 1-888-344-1170. Go to the comments and ask any questions that you might have. Yes. Your life will be shortly after the break.
There's more stories of greatness to help you overcome adversity coming up on It's Your Life with James Cooley.
Okay, boy. Hey! The James Cooley Show. It's your life. Dr. James JC Cooley.
Hello, I'm Dr. James J.C. Cooley from the United States of America, and I am here to just say, first of all, I'm so happy and honored to be on it, to be in the Coffee Book 2023, Unified Brain Z, and the other organizations. Thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to be a part of this collection.
or needs to understand that their current situation is not their final destination. Country Boy, City Boy, a journey that ain't over yet, is the unfiltered truth to provide hope for the future by challenging you to refuse to become a victim of life's circumstance and dare to become an overcomer, because a bigger, better, and more impactful life awaits you. Get the new audio version of his book, Country Boy, City Boy, A Journey That Ain't Over Yet, by Dr. James Cooley, on Amazon or wherever books are sold.
Yeah. Come on.
Hello, welcome back to the James Cooley Show. I don't hear echo. It's your life. Hey, Kevin. Now, this great show, man. I don't know what echo was coming from, but it's fine. It's
What echo? I don't know.
It's Christmas Eve for the listeners out there, and I tell you, and what Dr. Michael Mantell is talking about right now, he's talking about the acronym B.R.A.V.E, but he's breaking it down to us. So we have an understanding that every day, we have to be brave. We have to understand these acronyms. It cannot just be the holidays, but it's got to be every day. And I hope everybody is listening to this great man right here, one of the top docs in the United States, probably world, and been doing it for quite some time and just helping folks out. And if you want to be part of this conversation, a couple of ways you can do this. You can pick up the phone and call Kevin, my man, in KCBQ Studios at 1-888-344-1170, or go to the comments and just whichever platform that you're watching us on, just ask the question. I promise you we'll get you an answer. And I want to say thanks, Kevin, you and your team for we partnering with Case Guy, Salem Medium in Dallas, beginning January the 5th. Michelle and I and Dr. Mike is excited about that, and thank you for your team and all you guys are doing. But that means we're gonna be partnering with both, so we on both radio stations.
James is Mr. Worldwide.
So I want to thank you. Yeah, I want to get back to the B.R.A.V.E, because Dr. Mike and he was explaining stuff, and I know if we didn't take that station break real soon, that it was going to be something missed out from the A. So, Doc, can you pick it up from there?
Absolutely. So, first of all, the appreciation prescription is another prescription for living life at the zenith, at the top of emotional well-being. Gratitude is a rational choice. It isn't about ignoring problems. It's about recognizing that we don't need life to be perfect in order to appreciate it. So sure, the weather here is a little bit hazy and a little bit drizzly. It isn't ideal, but does that mean my whole day is ruined? No, of course not. Do I think I have to have everything go my way to be happy, or I can find joy in the way it is? So our key is to look for things that go right. Here's the practical tool. Number one, when you go to sleep tonight, think about 2 or 3, 4 things that went right today. Wake up tomorrow morning, Christmas Day, first day of Hanukkah. Think to yourself this: what could go right today? I don't know what will, but what could? So I'm focusing on what do I have that I'd miss if something went wrong? What do I have? Well, let me focus on what's in front of me, what's going right. Keep a gratitude journal. Write down 3 things daily that you're grateful for. And so I think the key is to understand what you can control, what you can't control, which is everything but your own thoughts. And some people have trouble controlling their own thoughts. So the key is reframe, dispute those ideas that get you into difficulty.
You mentioned flexibility, and you you mentioned something along the lines of what you can tolerate.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, can you explain to our viewers and our listeners what you mean by that?
Right. We tend to fall into this thing of, I can't stand this. It's not going the way I think it should. I demand, I insist, I expect it to go some certain way. It doesn't. And so how can I appreciate this? No, there's nothing to appreciate because it's not going the way I think it should. Wrong. The appreciation prescription says, what can I do? What can I find that I do appreciate in my current situation? What can I learn from the fact that this didn't go the way I want it to go? That's flexible thinking. I don't want to break when I bend. I want to be resilient. Big word that we use today. To be resilient means to be flexible. And whenever your thinking becomes rigid, it must be my way. You are in deep trouble. I keep saying the same thing over and over again. But like losing a job, for example, might remind us to appreciate the support of family or teach the value of being flexible. I can find another opportunity. Truth is, there's always good. Things I believe happen for me, not to me. I'll say it again. Think about this. When things seem to be going bad, if you have the right mindset, you say, what's going right for me? What can I gain from this? That's flexible thinking, as opposed to, I hate it when these things happen to me. If you have faith in the one above, really faith, you know that he is looking out for you. And maybe the flat tire on the freeway when you're in a hurry to get to the Christmas party or the Hanukkah party is actually saving your life. Now,
Wow.
some people say, you're living in a bubble. Hey, come into the bubble, pal. It's a good place to be.
I like that. I like where things are happening not to you, for you. And the flexibility, and just your thoughts on this, the flexibilities that we have to be open to change. Now, we may not like change because it's difficult, especially when we're comfortable in a situation, but there's always a reason for everything. I know it sounds like a cliche,
Right.
but if you cannot control it, why are you going to spend waking hours and days and weeks and years going over the same thing over and over again, which you have no control? And maybe you did have some control, but it's done. You can't take it back. What do you think about that, Dr. Mantell?
Well, first of all, we put down cliches. Oh, that's a cliche. What's wrong with a cliche now and then? Maybe there's some truth to a cliche, and not always, of course, but it's not that we think ourselves. Let me say it the other way. It's not that we think ourselves into trouble because of a cliche. We think ourselves into trouble by thinking four thoughts. That's straightforward. Things must be a certain way. It's horrible if it's not. I can't tolerate it, and I'm no good, or you're no good, or life is no good. So we need to get into the ability to visualize. The V. There's the V. Visualize. Have you ever felt stuck in a rut? Like the daily grind of life has just drained you of your energy. Maybe you're staring at a mountain of tasks instead of feeling motivated. Take care of a young man who is at the point where he is supposed to graduate college, and he's creating a story for himself that life is going to be terrible. I won't be able to support myself. And so he decided he failed a course, and now he can't graduate on time. Guess what? He's going to have an extra semester of college because he visualized some horrendous outcome. Not very healthy, I think you'd agree. So the elixir of the vitamin V, visualizing, is really important. What do you visualize as you start a day? It's not magical thinking. Visualization isn't about fantasizing or escaping reality. It's a tool to help you clarify your goals, practice success, and reduce irrational thinking. So with this young man, when we start visualizing this horrendous outcome of actually graduating college, and he understood, that's what I'm doing? Yeah. He said, I'm lying to myself. Yeah. Let's visualize a different outcome. That's exactly what we did. And when he visualized a different outcome, he realized, wait, I've dug a hole for myself. So now he's thinking, he's seeing things differently. Instead of imagining yourself, as a failure, why not imagine taking steps for success? I'm capable of doing hard things. I visualize myself completing one step at a time. That's how we get through a lot of what we imagine. So I tell people, start the day by visualizing something really positive. Why does it work? Because many fears are fueled by irrational thoughts or imagined catastrophes. Visualization helps reframe those fears.
Wow, I love that. And I think we're getting ready to take a break, right, James?
We're gonna take a break, but I did not want to cut the great doctor off. But we're gonna take a station break, and I am thoroughly enjoying this conversation. Hey, Doc, I think we got to do this more often.
Okay, maybe next week.
Maybe, I'm talking about more often. I'm talking about, I know we still got 360-degree help, but I'm talking about just one-on-one every now and then. Yeah, do that every now and then. I tell you what, we're gonna take a station break, and if you want to be part of the conversation, all you have to do is just go to the platform that you're watching this on, and go to the comments, ask any questions, or pick up the phone and call Kevin at 1-888-344-1170. Again, that's 1-888-344-1170. Yes, your life. And we'll see you shortly after the break.
There's more stories of greatness to help you overcome adversity coming up on It's Your Life with James Cooley.
A Black Man's Point of View is the newest Amazon.com #1 release and bestseller book from author Dr. James J.C. Cooley, featuring the perspective from 11 other contributing authors. In A Black Man's Point of View, Dr. James Cooley unpacks his thoughts and personal experiences about the challenges, stereotypes, and feelings of self-worth that many Black men face today due to a 400-year ancestry rooted in slavery and colonization. Yet, how so many Black men move forward despite this history. Most importantly, A Black Man's Point of View conveys that all men, regardless of race, creed, or color, are capable of love, respect, and dignity. Described as a map to a greater life from the heart of a man who's experienced life's misfortune and harsh conditions, James shows us how beliefs, convictions, and a healthy mentality can help propel a life worth living. A must-read for all. Order your copy of A Black Man's Point of View by author Dr. James J.C. Cooley today from Amazon.com or wherever books are sold.
Noah Dingley here, producer of The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life. And the new audio version of James' book, Country Boy, City Boy, A Journey That Ain't Over Yet, is a must-have. James shares his true life story of struggle and success in America. It's both a cautionary tale and a roadmap to achieving the American dream. Get the new audio version of Country Boy, City Boy, A Journey That Ain't Over Yet by James Cooley on Amazon.com or wherever audiobooks are sold.
down and realization that life would never be the same, Cooley lays out his struggle to adjust from city life to country life and back again, sharing his hard-earned lessons to educate, encourage, and enlighten our next generation of leaders and heroes. Get your copy of Country Boy, City Boy, A Journey That Ain't Over Yet by James J.C. Cooley, available on Amazon and everywhere books are sold.
Craving a slice of Chicago right here in Temecula wine country? Then dive into legendary Chicago deep dish style pizza at Rosati's Pizza Pub. Piled high with gooey cheese, rich tomato sauce, and your favorite toppings, Rosati's delivers the taste of the Windy City right to your table or front door. Enjoy the cozy pub atmosphere and an impressive selection of Temecula wines. Come on down to Rosati's Pizza Pub for your slice of Chicago right here on Rancho California Road, or order online at myrosatis.com. Rosati's, where Chicago deep dish pizza meets Temecula charm.
That's right. That's right. It's the show. It's your life. Your life. Dr. James J.C. Cooley. It's your life. Your life. That's right. That's right.
Hello, welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's your life, and my absolutely wonderful, sensational guest, Dr. Michael Mantell, also the co-host every Tuesday, 306 Degree Health. And I tell you, this is 2 years, and we reaching so many folks out there, because Dr. Mantell brings the top docs in the United States and the world on the show to talk about things that we all need to know about or get a better understanding. And so I want to totally thank him, and I want to thank our audience, because beginning now, you listen to this right now if you're watching any of our live platforms. But every Sunday at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, you can listen to us on KCBQ, AM 1170 Answer, FM 96.1, and other platforms also, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and many, many others. And also on Sundays, you can listen to us in Dallas on AM 660, The Answer, K-Sky, and it's a lot other stations associated with that. But we'll get to that one later. I want to get back to this great conversation that we're having on B.R.A.V.E. And Doc, you breaking it down, and I don't know where you and Michelle finish up on this last one, but I want Michelle to take back over, and let's do it, because I'm sitting back, I'm learning a lot. Michelle, you on mute?
Well, Dr. Mantell was ending the last segment regarding visualization. Dr. Mantell, can you finish up regarding that letter? And let's go into E afterwards.
Finish up, right. It's perfect timing. What a great, look at our timing, it's fabulous. The next time that you feel stuck or overwhelmed, just take a moment to visualize, not to escape reality, but to visualize what you can do to maneuver through it. Use visualization to help you move to your goal. Every professional athlete that I coach mentally, emotionally, uses visualization. They see themselves hitting the golf ball correctly, putting the basket in the basket correctly, hitting the baseball, whatever it may be. They see themselves getting to the finish line. So focus on that. Use visualization for that. That's the key. Now, Michelle, we can turn to the last letter. B is believing and breathing. R is reframing. A is appreciating. V, visualizing. And now E is encouragement. The encouragement elixir. So here's the key. We know that we all do better when we have applause. We all do better when we have people cheering us on. We all do better when we have that sense of encouragement, even when that encouragement comes from our own thinking. So it's important to understand encouragement is a healthy value added to emotional well-being. Let's try to promote that. So while we can't control everything, as you have said, we can't control what happens to us. We can control how we think about it. And we can transform our emotional health, our emotional well-being. So let's talk about some key ways of getting some self-encouragement. Practice reframing. That is changing your thinking. Instead of I should have known better, how about I'm a human being. I did the best I could. That's encouraging. Why does it work? Because encouragement reduces self-imposed pressures and helps us bounce forward after a setback. When I face a setback, my encouraging thought is, this is a set up for a stronger comeback. Setback is a set up for a stronger comeback.
Hey, Doc, can you say that one more time?
Absolutely. A setback is a set up for a stronger comeback. That's motivational. Talk about encouragement. There you go. Thank you for that one, everyone. All
It's so true, because a lot of people look at a setback as it's over. My world is over and all that. When if they sit back and use the terminology brave, they will understand that that's a temporary thing that we allow ourselves to get in. We got about 2 minutes left.
Real quickly now, I got so much more to share, but the practical nugget is I want everyone to develop an encouragement ritual every day. Reflect on one thing that you did well and one step you can take tomorrow to build on that success. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't share real quickly, with a minute and a half left, some steps to build happiness right now. Human connection, very important. Make sure that you are aware of where you are. Be in the present. That daily gratitude practice, kindness towards others. Get some good sleep tonight. I know it's Christmas Eve, but try as much as you can. Enjoy savor your enjoyable moments, and counteract that brain's wiring with some good reframing. Believing, reframing, appreciating, visualizing, and encouraging.
Wow. Hey, Kevin, real quickly, I know we getting ready. Hey, Kevin, what are your quick thoughts on this? Because this is making so much sense to me.
It's great. I've been writing them down. B.R.A.V.E. And of course, it ends in encouragement, just like every show.
Right.
Every show is
It
encouragement.
doesn't stand for echo. It didn't stand for echo.
Hey, Doc, if somebody wanted to reach out to you real quickly, how can they get in touch with you?
They can write to me. Dr. D.R. Mantell, my last name, Mantell, D.R. Mantell at me.com. And I'll answer right away.
Hey, Doc, I want to thank you so much for taking the time on Christmas Eve to come on and do this. Well, this is something that not just like I said, the holidays, but it should be looked at and cherished every day. So I want to thank you. I'd like to thank Dr. Michelle Cooley for putting together another absolutely sensational show. I'd like to thank our team, Kevin, KCBQ AM 770, the answer back in San Diego, for always doing that. I'd like to thank our new team that's going to be coming on board next week, Case Guy in Dallas. So I tell you what, always believe in yourself. Always look at this acronym B.R.A.V.E, and always know that you are important, that you got purpose, and don't let a setback keep you back where you don't want to get up. I tell you what, we'll be back Friday, same time, same place, and I'll dream big, think big, and be big. And happy Christmas and merry happy holidays. We'll see you then.